The Red Raiders look to stay hot in the portal, and in today's video, we'll discuss 5 prospects that have been heavily linked to the Red Raiders, including a Power 4 offensive tackle, a P4, defensive lineman, and one of the best running backs in the Big Ten. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's RC Maxfield here for the Back to 12 podcast, and listen, just a sincere thank you to each and every one of you that have tuned in this month. Over 100,000 viewers so far this month, and we're just halfway through the month. Sincere thank you from everyone here at the Back to 12 podcast channel. It seriously means the world that you would even listen to me for a little bit. But I know that y'all don't want to hear me rant and give appreciations and everything, but I felt like I needed to this holiday season. If you want to join the fun for 100% free content year-round on your Red Raiders, just like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell to join the Back to 12 squad today. All right, let's jump into this because listen, there's some names that y'all are going to like on this one today. I'll tell you that right freaking now. Okay, let's jump into it in terms of guys that we know are visiting or currently on a visit. Okay, we're going to start with UTEP DB Amir Boyd Matthews. He's 6'1", 180, 16 tackles, 3 passes broken up, 2 interceptions, 1 forced fumble for the Miners last year. Out at UTEP. He was offered a scholarship from James Blanchard according to his Twitter, and he is on campus right now or is about to leave. His official visit began on the 15th, Sunday, December 15th, and went into Monday, December 16th. He is a name to monitor, and I think if Texas Tech were to land him, that would be the final secondary guy that you add for the 2025 team. All right, a name that we have already talked about as well here on the channel, because we've got 3 new names after this guy that we're about to discuss. Quinten Joyner, the USC running back from Maynard, Texas. Yeah, you might recognize Maynard, Texas. That's where the all-time leading rusher Taj Brooks went to high school as well. He totaled 63 carries last year and had 478 yards rushing and averaged 7.6 yards per carry, which led the Big Ten Conference. He has 3 years of eligibility remaining. Visited Ohio State. Didn't commit there. He's off his official visit now, okay? He's currently ranked as a top 5 running back in the portal, and there are reports that he is going to visit the 806 sometime this week as it stands right now. I mentioned in earlier videos that this felt like a pipe dream. It feels like if Texas Tech gets who they want on campus, it's a done deal. So I'm not saying that is exactly what's going to happen here, but as of right now, it sounds like Quinten Joyner, again, the USC running back, is set to visit the 806, and that would be a fun 3-headed committee right there in terms of Joyner, Jacoby Williams, and then you've got Cam Dickey. Sign me all the way up. All right, these are 3 new names. We're going to start on the defensive side, and then the last 2 will be the offensive side of the football. A lot of y'all have been complaining, RC, where are these, Power 4 level talents, right? Why can't we go get somebody from Georgia? Why can't we go get somebody from Alabama? This, that, and the other. I've got somebody from Georgia for you right here. Jamaal Jarrett, defensive tackle from UGA, 6'6", 340, a 4-star recruit in the 2023 class, the 95th overall player according to 247 in that class. He has 3 years of eligibility remaining. He's played in 15 games in 2 seasons and has a total of 9 tackles. He hasn't gotten much run, but that was partially due to Georgia, being Georgia, right? You think about some of the guys that were ahead of him, most notably Jordan Davis, who was the number 11 overall pick in the 2023 class or in draft, right? We're talking about bona fide superstars on the defensive line, right? Like Georgia, they got some dudes down there, okay? His verified measurables are insane. Again, 6'6", 340. He has an 81-inch wingspan. That's absurd, okay? He's a jumbo athlete, impressive strength, multi-sport profile. This is from 247 in terms of how they listed him. Classic run stopper who can anchor and absorb double teams to allow linebackers and safeties to make plays. Now, I will say, in watching the limited tape you could find on him at Georgia, again, only 9 total tackles, he relies heavily on power and strength. Now, these are the type of players that I think a lot of y'all want Texas Tech to land in the portal, and they have been associated with him in the portal. Just how much, I don't know if anybody is 100% sure on that, but if you could pair him with Skylar Gill-Howard and have a combination of Jamaal Jarrett And Skylar Gill-Howard on the interior of that Shieldwood defense, I mean, Dogecoin to the moon type stuff. I don't even know what a Muji is, but you can go there too. That's how high Texas Tech would be. Okay. This is a guy that I think Texas Tech is actually making a serious run after. Will they get him? I don't know. It's just kind of like Lee Hunter, the UCF defensive tackle that we talked about previously here on the channel in a video just a couple of days ago. Like, I think Texas Tech is in the mix. I don't think dollars is going to be the issue. I think at the end of the day, it's going to be, hey, do you want to come and play here, almost in a way, and go from there. But Texas Tech has definitely reached out and had the opportunity to talk to him and have their pitch. And I think that there's some a little bit of smoke there for sure. All right. You've got Stewart, the running back from Bowling Green. Terion Stewart. I should have said his first name the first time. That was weird. But he's 5'9", 220. In 2024, he had 160 carries, just under 900 yards, 890 to be exact, average about 5.6 yards per carry, and had 6 touchdowns. He has an offer list that includes USC, Kansas, Kentucky, TCU, Arkansas, and Texas Tech. He is currently, as it stands right now, according to On3, the 9th ranked running back in this portal class. This is the type of running back that Texas Tech wants. He fits the bill just like Quinten Joyner does in terms of short and stocky, built like a bowling ball, i.e. the Taj Brooks, right? Like, that's why they're going after guys like this. And it's interesting to see. You already see a commitment and signee in Reggie Virgil from Miami of Ohio already pitching guys to come to the 806. And Stewart is one of those guys saying, you know what to do, bro. Always good to have those type of guys buying in that quickly and trying to help you on the recruiting trail. That's huge for Texas Tech, right? But this is the kind of running back that Texas Tech is going after. Again, Terion Stewart, and then you've also got Quinten Joyner, right? Those are the types that you want to go after, the 5'9s, 220s, the 215 type guys that just, when they hit a defender, they can bounce off and they can continue, or they can just run them over, right? The Taj Brooks type model. That's what they're trying to go after there. And both of the running backs that we've talked in today's video obviously fit that mold. All right, one last guy before we get out of here. It'll be on the offensive line. It is Corey Robinson II, an offensive tackle from Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech did have one of the better offensive lines in the country this past year, and Corey Robinson started on that offensive line. He's 6'5", 305, started his career at Kansas before transferring to Georgia Tech. He is rated as the 5th best offensive tackle, 47th overall player, according to On3, currently in the portal. He played in 7 games in terms of starting, and he was the highest pass blocking grade in the country among offensive tackles at 92.8. And that was in 278 pass blocking snaps. Okay. The interesting part about Corey Robinson II is he's visiting Tech or already has. There's been a little confusion on that, but he is definitely going to or has been in the 806, and a guy that Texas Tech obviously views in a very high light. You think about the guys that you've landed in Zambrano. You've also got JDOS there in terms of like, okay, you've landed an offensive lineman already. Corey Robinson can come in and be your starting left tackle, and that would free up a lot of everything else you want to do. But those are the 5 guys, and man, now I really want a burger. Hashtag not a sponsor. That you need to keep your eye on if you're a Texas Tech fan heading into the early part of the week. Again, Amir Boyd Matthews from UTEP. You've got Quinten Joyner, the USC running back, who is reportedly set to be on campus sometime this week. Clarity on that, I'm not too sure. I'll let you know when we get a definitive date. Jamaal Jarrett, the defensive tackle from Georgia. Then you've got Terion Stewart, the running back from Bowling Green. And to round out the list, you've got Corey Robinson II, the offensive tackle from Georgia Tech. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. One more reminder, if you want to join the largest group of Texas Tech fans and the most interactive, with 100% free videos on everything Texas Tech football and men's basketball throughout the year, whether it's on the gridiron, the hardwood, the portal, or simply on the recruiting trail or somewhere in between, we've got you covered right here on the largest group of Texas Tech fans on YouTube in the Back to 12 podcast channel. And all you got to do to join the squad is like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell.